What's going on, guys? Your boy Kid and Kam back with another table talk on the NFL. Championship games just recapped,
Championship Sunday.
I predicted it. 100% championship games.
We both picked the Bucs. I don't know why.
It was. I mean, I knew exactly. I mean, you and I both. Said
we kind of. It was. That's a hot take because honestly, we both kind of. I don't know. I think Green Bay.
I don't know. It was a gut feeling for me. I usually have gut feelings.
Yeah,
me
too.
This whole postseason, I picked it off gut feeling, and I've been mostly right.
You've been mostly right.
Defense. The Packers don't play that.
Aaron Rodgers strikes
good
again?
Decisions.
I'm just
good decisions. Packers don't make that. Big games. Packers don't win that. Big players. Packers don't sign that. How much more do you want me to say?
I saw a tweet with somebody
Kevin King.
I saw
man
a
coverage.
Tweet,
he don't play that. Come on,
dude. That's
man.
actually crazy because like last week I was gonna ask you about Kevin King because I hadn't seen him play in a while.
He played good in the regular
I get on Twitter
season.
and I see him just getting burnt with 1 second left to go in the second quarter. But it's even like the worst.
That, man, there's like 5 pictures of him getting burnt on separate plays.
I think he allowed 3 touchdowns today. I think every touchdown was on Kevin King.
That is the exact amount of touchdowns Aaron Rodgers threw.
Jesus.
And the exact amount of touchdowns as Tom Brady threw, or not touchdowns, but interceptions Tom Brady threw.
Yeah,
come on.
The offense, it's crazy because we talked about this on the podcast. I said, look, man, Aaron Rodgers is going to put up MVP numbers, but I still said the Bucs was winning this game, and Aaron Rodgers did put up MVP numbers, but they weren't capitalizing off of any of those turnovers, man. Ultimately, it boils down to this. Why would you draft a backup quarterback to sit there and watch the game when you could have possibly picked up a wide receiver for the future? It starts to question this coaching staff, like punting from the 8-yard line when you could have potentially tied the game. He went for 2 earlier in the game. That made absolutely no sense. When he could have simply waited on it. I feel like coaches are getting worse and worse every week. Why would you run man coverage from when they have the ball at your 40? Why would you run man coverage with 1 second left when they're clearly going to go to the end zone with no safety help, and you leave Kevin King on an island? Who's calling the defensive plays? Who's running the defense? Because they got to go.
This point doesn't matter at this point.
Jesus.
We make it to the big game, but we can't win it?
Never.
Come on, man. I knew this was going to happen. I'm not even really that butthurt about it. I told you this was going to happen. Me and you agreed this was going to happen.
You kind of feel like how I feel after the Steelers lost. Because with me with the Steelers,
but the thing is that you were like, bro, we're the Browns' daddy. You know what I'm saying? But like this game,
bro, but I didn't expect when they lost. Though I wasn't even mad though. That's the funny part because I didn't expect them to win anything.
You were like, bro, you're like, this might be a little hot take for me, not for you though. And you're like, I'm taking Tampa Bay, and I was like, well, I'm taking Tampa Bay too. I just knew this was gonna happen. Ever since we played the Seahawks that 1 year, we ain't never had good luck.
Whoa. I don't think you're going further back. Ever since y'all played the Cardinals, y'all haven't had good luck. I know you remember what happened. The Clay Matthews
that wasn't
curse.
In the NFC Championship.
It doesn't matter. That put a curse on the Packers forever. Y'all lost 2 plays in overtime. The Clay Matthews curse continues, man. Listen, I don't know what y'all have to do to break that curse, but
if he would have just helped up Carson Palmer, man.
If he would have just helped up Carson Palmer, he put his hand away. That put a curse on the Packers. That curse ain't going away. I don't know how y'all break that curse, but I'm gonna be real with you right now. I don't think it's happening.
How many curses are there in this league, man?
How many curses?
Saints divisional round.
Saints divisional round. I don't even know what caused that. Maybe it's something we're probably missing. But the Saints definitely have a curse.
You said they sold for that onside kick. That's what caused it.
Yeah. They sold for that onside kick in the Super Bowl. And the downfall was that they would never make it past the divisional round ever again.
Packers, they can't. I mean, they can't do anything in the championship round. Let's see, that's one curse.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Bills can't win a Super Bowl. That's a curse.
I don't know.
Falcons.
I don't know. The Bills,
Falcons blowing huge leads.
The Bills, that is a curse. The Bills just got good at football, so it's like Give them time.
Bro, they
need a
made
lot of
4 straight
pieces.
Super Bowls and they didn't win one, man.
I mean, okay, that was like a long time ago. This
still.
is their first time winning a playoff game in years, bro. That's not a curse. They're just finally rebuilt their team.
Bad. Oh my goodness.
They're bad.
Anyways,
bad.
No, they're not bad anymore. I was
the
talking
Bills,
about before they won their playoff games. They were bad.
You know why they were bad? Because they had that guy in their division. They had that guy in their division.
He's a bad man, Tom Brady.
We can't be stealing anybody's things. We got to make up new stuff. Come on, bro.
Oh, come on.
We got to make up our own stuff, man.
This man's walking around with a walker on the sidelines,
dude.
Throwing touchdowns.
My thing is he threw 3 picks and the Packers capitalized off of none of them. They threw interceptions and the Packers were not driving down the field. They weren't capitalizing. Your guy, Aaron Jones, your guy, Mr. should have been offensive player of the year guy, Aaron Jones, had 6 carries for 27 yards.
Look, I told you this when we were playing the Rams. I told you that Aaron Jones hasn't been playing as good as he did last year.
He still
played good. I said he still played good, but you could tell this year we focus more on passing as Aaron Rodgers is an MVP. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a pass game for us right now.
We can go down the list. Jamal Williams, 7 carries, 23 yards. Devonta Williams, 9 catches, 67 yards on 15 targets. 15 targets.
I heard you, bro. I heard you. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, he played good. Played decent.
Y'all need a wide receiver, man. I don't know what the Packers are going to do, but there's some great wide receivers that are going in the top 10 of this draft. I know it's impossible. Unless...
I mean, there's great wide receivers throughout the whole first round, though, for being honest here.
Come on, besides those top 3, is it really worth spending a first-round pick on those other 2? Those other 2 could easily be second round.
For the Packers, yeah.
I don't know.
For the Packers.
I don't know, because it's really hit or miss. If anything, Packers could wait till next season. There's a guy going to the draft from the state of Georgia. Oh, no, now. Come on now.
Pickens?
George Pickens?
You talking about Matt Landers? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God. Bro, Matt Landers would go to Green Bay and turn that team completely around. You can't even tell me he wouldn't. He may not catch a pass. Seasons. He may not catch a pass, but I'm telling you, he's gonna be the threat.
Oh my goodness.
So the Bucs are going to the Super Bowl. I was talking to JT before we did this, and he was saying it's going to come down to who shows up. And I said, well, that's not going to be the story, because honestly, the story is going to be, can Tom Brady keep up with the Chiefs? The Chiefs, you can't stop them. You can only slow them down. And I said that on the podcast. I said, look, man, the Bills have the firepower to keep up with this team, but I said they had to be up by at least 3 possessions. And honestly, let's say even if they were up 3 possessions in this game, they would have still lost. Imagine if it was 17-0, they would have still lost. It would have been 21-17. So that's something you got to look at. I think, dude, they keep playing the anthem like Jesus, man. But I think the story will be, can Tom Brady keep up with the Chiefs? You got to consider they didn't have Antonio Brown this game. I don't know if I already said this. They didn't have Antonio Brown. They also didn't have Antoine Winfield, potential defensive rookie of the year, possibly second place. Chase Young obviously probably going to take that one. But I think, and then there's that cornerback from the Panthers, I think everybody was saying, but I don't know. He had like 2 pick sixes in one game or something. So we'll see. I don't pay enough attention.
Who knows?
But nobody watching the Panthers. Christian McCaffrey's injured. But I think Leonard Fournette's definitely taken a leap forward for this team. Like I said, this team hasn't lost since, fun fact, they lost to the Chiefs when Tyreek Hill had 200 receiving yards in the first game. And since that game, I don't know what they fixed in the system, but they've definitely cleaned it up, because this is a way better team. Leonard Fournette's starting to get the ball. Ronald Jones has downgraded. It seems like Mike Evans is finding ways to get open, and Chris Godwin is doing his thing too. And wasn't there a Buccaneers player who opted out of the season to be with his family? Or was that a 49ers guy?
I have no idea.
Marquise Goodwin, I think.
He is...
I think that was him. I think that was him.
Yeah, he's definitely a 49ers player.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay, it's him. But I was going to say, because, Bud, you might want to opt back in. Try to get this ring. You know what I'm saying? Can't miss out on that. Rob Gronkowski.
Actually, no, I don't think I want to see my family anymore. I think I want to play in the Super Bowl.
I don't think I care about. I think he opted out because he wanted his family to be safe. So he's like,
but I think he does play for the 49ers.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was like, it's either Bucks or the 49ers. It's Marquise Goodwin's definitely the 49ers. Poor 49ers, dude. Talk about bad luck. Because this team could have been up here in the NFC as well. And I think the 49ers honestly one of the scariest teams. But I'm getting off topic. So the story is, can the Bucks slow down the Chiefs? Because they'll be playing the Chiefs.
I think you're talking about the wrong story, man. I already told you what the story of this Super Bowl is. I have to keep repeating myself.
Okay.
This Super Bowl is the passing of the torch, man. Tom Brady is going to hand that torch to Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes not losing the Super Bowl, man.
One thing I want to say is,
because look, hear me out real quick before you say that. Patrick Mahomes has potential to be the greatest quarterback player, whatever you want to say, of all time, right?
Yes,
you
would say
so.
Goat Mahomes.
Now you can't tell me later on down the road, let's say he's masked up these Super Bowls and all that, and they're gonna be like, well, he never beat Tom Brady, this and that. You know what I'm saying? He has that chance right now. You can't tell me that he's not gonna take that chance and beat him, and that's gonna be the passing of the torch.
I mean, he's beat
Patrick
Tom Brady
Mahomes
though.
Will take in the Super Bowl. I'm saying in the Super Bowl.
Is this Tom Brady now plays in? I was thinking about this earlier. You think that's the reason Tom Brady left the AFC?
For what?
To get away from Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, nah, because he just ran right back into him. Nah.
Run from it.
Nah, I don't think so.
Dreaded from it. It all comes back. That Thanos quote. Dude, I don't know how those two movies managed to give us some of the greatest memes, quotes possible, man. Dude, the Chiefs are the Chiefs, man. The Bills, the Chiefs are too good. Tyreek Hill was cooking this game. Even subtract that 70-yard catch he had, he still has 100. Travis Kelce had 13 catches. I'm telling you this right now. The Bucks are going to have to figure out one player to put their focus on, because you can't put focus on both. You can't. It's impossible. You got the best. You got the fastest wide receiver in the league who can also get open and make plays. And then you've got the best tight end in the league, or receiving tight end in the league. I think all-around tight end, it may be George Kittle. That's a hot take, but whatever. You can't stop both, so you got to pick your poison.
I think it's deeper than that. I think you have the fastest wide receiver, right? He can easily get open.
Okay.
Easily go for over 150. You have the best receiving tight end in the game, Travis Kelce, arguably, like you said, and then you have the best quarterback in the game.
I mean, obviously, if you.
But I mean, but like we were saying, or like you were saying, like you gotta slow these guys down.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I feel like it'd have to start with Patrick Mahomes. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're not stopping Patrick Mahomes. That's my whole point. That's impossible. The Bills tried blitzing.
Stopping, but you gotta slow him down.
Listen, I said you got to get out to a 3-possession lead, and you got to have an offense in order to keep this team down. The Bills got off to a 2-possession lead. It didn't help. I'm telling you, you can't. You won't stop Patrick Mahomes. That's not gonna happen. Patrick Mahomes started this game like 1 for 3 for 1 yard. Look at his final stat sheet: 29 for 38, 325 yards, 3 touchdowns. Patrick the GOAT Mahomes. Patrick the future GOAT Mahomes. Patrick the future best football players Mahomes. And he's what? 23? Jesus, man. Oh my God. If you're not a Chiefs fan, what are you doing? Put in your bandwagon application now, because you know what? I don't see another team beating this team for a while. And I know the Super Bowl is coming. I've already kind of made my pick, but let's chill out now. We're going to get into that. I'm gonna do some more research and break it down for that next episode.
I've already told y'all my pick. I already know my pick.
I think everyone knows our pick. It's obvious what team to go with, but I want to be more considerate.
We want to look at it a little bit more before.
I'm gonna look at it a bit more before, because I will do score prediction stats and all that. But like I said, listen, you got to stop Tyreek Hill, or you got to stop Travis Kelce. Now, let me tell you, last time they played, who was the factor in that game? It was Tyreek Hill. I think Bruce Arians is going to put, and Todd Bowles is going to put pressure on getting Tyreek Hill neutralized. The only problem is The under is going to be wide open. It's going to be Travis Kelce. You can see that this game, the first part of the game, they were trying to stop Tyreek Hill. They were doing not good at it. Was leaving the under, all the middle passes. Travis Kelce, easy, 13 catches, easy. They start trying to factor in, stopping Travis Kelce, and now Tyreek Hill is getting open. You just can't stop this team, man. You got to make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable in the pocket, and to be honest, that's just quite impossible when you've got your hands wrapped around him and he still can throw a 30-yard pass down the field on the dime. It's impossible, man. Look, I like these Bills too, and I think the future's bright for them, but there's some stuff they got to work on. Simply, I think I need them to get another wide receiver. I need them to get another wide receiver who's putting up big numbers. You got Beasley in the slot. You need another wide receiver on the outside that's going to put up some big numbers. And simply, man, grab you a tight end, man. I need the Bills to get them like a top 5 tight end on this team. We need this team to... Because obviously, I feel like right now, when you look at the AFC, you got 2 teams to beat. Or, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna add the Browns in there. I want to add the Ravens, but I'm not gonna add them just yet. But I think right now, I'm putting Browns over the Ravens. When I'm looking at teams total, I'm putting Browns over the Ravens. So I feel like right now the top 3 teams to beat in the AFC are gonna be number 1 the Chiefs, obviously, number 2 the Bills, and then number 3 the Browns. Because I think the Browns' offense next season is gonna be world class. I think Browns will probably be in the conference championship next season. But I think when you look at what the Bills are lacking, you clearly saw it this game. And don't say it's the defense, because it's not. No defense is going to stop this team. It's just that simple. It's kind of like the whole Alabama-Georgia game. It doesn't matter how good your defense is, they won't stop a team like this. That's what I want the Bills to focus on this offseason, is really just adding more pieces to this offense. You got you a speed guy in Isaiah McKenzie. Maybe you can find another speed guy, but they really need some help. They need another guy on the outside.
Rondale Moore is in the draft.
Rondale Moore would be great for the Bills, and he will be there. That's a guarantee. He will be there. He will be there when they come to select.
The only problem with him is injury concern.
He's injury prone.
That's the only problem with him.
If he's healthy though, that dude could be a threat. Don't know what his full potential is, to be honest, because we really didn't see it in college. I have no idea what his full potential is, but he is a beast. Could be a guy to go with. But if I'm a Bills fan, I'm looking to the future. You guys, your first time winning a playoff game, you guys get to the conference championship. Heads high, man. This team is great, but obviously you haven't reached that hump needed to beat the Chiefs yet. And I feel like y'all can see where you lack it, but don't think this team needs defense. They need offense. Stack up that offense. You see what's making the Chiefs so great. I think Josh Allen will continue to get better. So I'm not worried about, we don't have a quarterback as good as Patrick Mahomes. Well, you got a team that can be, factor in other places. Come on, Josh Allen's a great player. Ultimately, you may need some defensive pieces up front, but if you can at least stop the run game, that'll help you.
Ed Oliver built different.
Final game of his career, he fought his coach at Houston. Come on, man. One of the lowest rated at his position in football. Let's stop clowning this team. But they're on the rise, man. I like this Bills team. They were definitely one of the more favorite teams I had watching this year. They kind of clapped my Steelers and clowned them. This man, Josh Allen, said, "You let them do all the dance and we'll do the winning." I'm like, oh my God. This man really said that in 4K and then smacked us on national TV. I can't believe it, man.
Corvette.
And it's funny because usually when a player would diss our team like that, I would hate him, but I just simply don't. I don't hate this dude at all. I like this Bills team.
Look, we've had we always had this conversation whenever draft comes up, and it's who's the best quarterback. And I told you that year, I said Josh Allen's great. I think he's the best quarterback in this draft. Mm-hmm. Obviously, he was in the draft with Lamar. Lamar's won an MVP. He did win a Heisman, but he won an MVP. But right. We know the potential this team has now, mm-hmm. and for all the Bills fans out there, it's only uphill from here. You're only going up. You have an above average defense at worst. You have a amazing potential at offense. You got Stephon Diggs putting up a career year. You have Josh Allen putting up a career year. You have who's a tight end, Dawson Knox. I think he's great. You have Cole Beasley in the slot putting up. I think he had a career year in the slot. Devin Singletary. I think he's in his first or second. He's second year, right? think his second year.
Yep.
I mean, he's a good running back. I mean, obviously, you can get better at that position.
Mm-hmm.
This team has a lot of potential. It's just really it's come down to the off seasons for them now. They just need to get those final pieces.
Keep building that offense.
I mean,
and you mentioned Devin Singletary. Like I said, I like him. He just has to be better, man. 6 carries, 17 yards isn't enough, especially when this team had a 9-point lead at one point. So I want. There's a lot they got to work on. You got to think they're possibly losing both coordinators, and they've already lost their offense. If I'm correct, he's already gotten ready for another job. Well, he's already signed on to one. I think their defense could be gone too. I think the Texans were looking at the defensive coordinator for the Bills. So they're gonna have 2 new coordinators for this team next season. It's gonna be really interesting to see where this team moves from here. To be quite frankly honest with you, but I'm very excited to see this team. Like I said, man, get you a wide receiver who can play on the outside, who can put up some decent yardage. And like I said, you guys need a tight end. Like you said, Dawson Knox is great, but I want a better receiving tight end, and you can find one. I'm telling you.
If you're taking a wide receiver in the draft at the Bill spot, you probably gonna take Rondale Moore.
Rondale Moore is the guy.
Or Rashad Bateman.
The thing is, Rondale Moore is more like Cole Beasley. He's a slot guy. Rondale Moore is not somebody you put on the outside.
I'd probably go with Rashad Bateman.
So I'd say Rashad Bateman would be the great pick for them. Guy who can play on the outside, big, lengthy, plays the ball great in the air. Good guy.
If they go tight end, obviously Kyle Pitts isn't going to be there.
No.
So I would look for another player in Florida, Brevin Jordan from Miami. He's a great tight end. I didn't really watch him this past year, but he's a great receiving tight end. I've heard great things about him.
I mean, if I'm reaching into the Florida bag, I'm picking up Kadarius Toney. That's another player I feel like is going to be slept on in this draft. He could do some damage. I think he'll be drafted around like the 3rd round or so.
Probably.
That dude might be a dog. He's fast.
He could.
Didn't see his full potential at Florida because you got to think he really only played one season with a quarterback throwing decent yardage. So it'll be interesting to see what he does.
Anyways, you said you had something you want to bring up.
Yeah, I do. So before the Bills Chiefs game, right? Hear me out. This was the tell of the tape before these two teams played. They said the Chiefs had the better head coach. When it came to defense, the Chiefs had a better defense. When it came to a number 1 wide receiver, the Bills had the best number 1 wide receiver. And when it came to quarterback, they said the Bills had the better quarterback. I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
Who said this? Wait, who said this?
It was NBC. It was NBC, like the actual NBC. That's what channel this game was on, right? No, it was on CBS. It was CBS.
It was CBS that said it?
Yeah.
Okay, so CBS. This is why you're not going to be broadcasting the SEC anymore.
Thank God.
You should probably stop doing the NFL now. I'm just going to be honest with you. That's just
how do you in what universe? Right now are you considering Josh Allen better than Patrick Mahomes?
I think we can just go off common sense, like you said, and say that the CBS guy that made this tell the tape is he's legally blind. I
think it's just common to say he's not watching football because
I think he just saw this guy and he was like, well, this one's from Wyoming. What they got to do in Wyoming except for throw a ball far? We taking Wyoming quarterback. Come on, man. I don't even know. I can't even explain this. Like,
Jesus.
I guess you could say Josh Allen runs the ball better.
He does.
That's it.
That's a fact.
That's it.
I just don't. Yeah, I'm not with. I don't know. I saw this and I'm just kind of like, did they really give them better quarterback? What?
Can we have a moment of silence for this
quick
little
CBS
let's
give a quick moment
team?
Of silence because all right, man. You told me something about Aaron Rodgers on his future in Green Bay. What was that you were bringing up?
He said his future was uncertain with the team. That's all we know about it. That's all we've learned.
Yeah.
It's a sad thing to hear. I mean, obviously, I don't want him to leave. He's putting up MVP numbers. It's kind of stupid for him to leave, making 2 NFC Championship games back to back. Great young coach, great young coaching staff, I guess I should say. I mean, obviously, I can understand his frustrations. We should have won that game. None of the blame. I wouldn't put really any of the blame on Aaron except for not capitalizing on drives. That's the only blame I guess I could put on him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a one-person team or one-person game. It's a team sport. But I mean, yeah, I don't think Jordan Love's ready for the starting position of a Green Bay Packer quarterback.
They drafted Jordan Love to sit and watch the NFC Championship when they could have picked up some type of player to be on the field and help this team out. But back to this Aaron Rodgers situation, I don't see a reason as to why you would want to leave Green Bay. Like, where does he think he's going to go and be a quarterback that makes the team better than what he's got in Green Bay right now? I mean, don't get me wrong. He's won in foreign conference championships, and you can't completely put that on the team. Aaron Rodgers. I saw somebody say that on Twitter. I'm never gonna give that up. I don't believe it, but it's funny. Aaron Rodgers. It just works, you know. I don't. Yeah, that makes no point. That makes no point. That makes no sense, to be honest, for him to leave Green Bay.
Unless the man's about to relieve Drew Brees of his starting position, I don't see him.
I wouldn't even what's the point of Taysom Hill punching the air right now if he go to New Orleans? Taysom Hill's like, that's my team, man. Come on. If I'm Taysom Hill,
I've been here for so long.
Yeah. Shoot, the Packers gonna be reaching. Oh wait, no, y'all got Jordan Love. Forgot.
We got Jordan Love.
He's like, you might.
I don't
be
think
leaving.
He's ready for this.
I will say though, Aaron Rodgers did look really mad. Like he looked angry in that press conference where he was like, "Was it your decision to kick the field goal?"
Yeah, it was your decision to kick the field goal. And he was like, it wasn't my decision.
He's like,
he sat there for a minute, just like.
He's like, to kick a field goal with 3 timeouts remaining, but like the way he said it was kind of like he was throwing shade at the coach for sure. I would not. Is his contract up? Because how else would he be going anywhere? I want to trade. Man, you ain't going nowhere. What you talking about? Get out of here.
That man Jordan Love sitting on the sideline. Help me.
Get out of here, man. I mean, I don't know. Trade him to the Texans for a top 6 pick.
Aaron
Rodgers? Wait, no, the Texans don't even have a first round pick this season.
Texans gave they pick to Miami.
Oh my
for
goodness.
Laremy Tunsil.
I mean, shoot, try to trade up into that top 5. Devonta Smith, Jamar Chase. Nah, Jamar's more slot. Devonta Smith on the outside. Jordan Love
for Jordan Love.
Dude, imagine Aaron Rodgers in Miami, bro. That'd be kind of crazy, but their defense is.
Honestly, look,
I like Brian Flores. He's a wizard with the defensive scheme, so I don't know.
I'm gonna say this as a Packers fan.
Okay.
Right now, so if you ever catch me slipping saying anything else, you can pull this up. Okay. This is 4K. I will always be an Aaron Rodgers fan. Ever since I started watching the Packers, Aaron Rodgers has been the starting quarterback. I haven't watched a game of this team where, unless this man was injured, he hasn't been the starting quarterback. I will always have love for Aaron Rodgers. I have an Aaron Rodgers jersey. I will always be forever grateful for this man. Just like Aaron Murray with Georgia. I'm a huge Aaron Murray fan, even though, he never won anything for us, really. But Aaron Rodgers, it's just same situation with Clay Matthews. I'm always a Clay Matthews fan. He's trash. I'll say that. I'm still a fan of his.
Put a curse on y'all boys.
But anyways, I'll always be an Aaron Rodgers fan. You'll probably, sometimes, I'll probably trash talk him, but if he leaves, I'll always be an Aaron Rodgers fan. I'm not gonna fall. I'm not like Jordan where I'm, change teams over it. I'm still gonna be a Packers fan.
Shade.
He's a James Harden fan. So.
I'm gonna have to tell him about this, man. You already know.
But
come on, man.
I'll always be an Aaron Rodgers fan. Honestly, I'd love to see him in Miami. It'd probably be great. They win so much over there. They'd be a team to watch in the AFC if he goes to Miami. Honestly.
They'd be a team to watch until they face Kansas City, and it's like, oh, well, back to reality.
Well,
40-10. Come on.
Oh, my goodness. But yeah, I just want to say that. So, if you ever catch me slipping up, talking about I never was an Aaron Rodgers fan, which I'll probably never say that, but, you got me a 4K right here.
Yeah, so. I don't think you disagree with something until we start dropping top 10 lists. We might have to drop a quarterbacks list because I don't know, man.
For a top 10 all time?
Quarterbacks.
That's going to be crazy.
That's going to be wild.
That's going to be...
Might have to do that for the next video. That sounds like
Patrick Mahomes number 1.
That sounds like an idea. Come on, bro. Patrick Mahomes top 10 already? Question mark.
I think so. No, just kidding.
Anyway, if he wins the Super Bowl, is he though?
bro.
If he wins this Super Bowl, is he? Are you putting him top 10
No,
already?
not yet.
Dude, he'll
Not
have
yet.
more
No,
Super
not
Bowls
yet.
than Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers. Dude, how many starting quarterbacks? Russell Wilson, right? Russell Wilson has 2 or 1. Russell Wilson has 1 Super Bowl. Because he was almost going to beat the Patriots, and then they, decided to throw it instead of running it, which I'm starting to hate more and more every day. So,
all right,
sounds like a plan for that next video.
Hey, it's been a painful weekend for a Packers fan, but as my predictions stand, it's been a great weekend. It's been fun. We'll be back on here in a week. Probably drop a top 10 quarterbacks.
Top 10 quarterbacks all time.
And give you a deeper look into the Super Bowl matchup. But hey, it's your boy Kid and Kam. Peace.
See you.